The elevator that stops on floor 13 inches. Most buildings skip the 13th floor entirely. Hotels, hospitals, apartment towers. Because for decades, people have feared the number 13. But according to a terrifying urban legend from South Korea, there is one elevator that still stops there, even when the building officially has no 13th floor. And people who enter the elevator after midnight sometimes arrive somewhere else entirely. Chapter 1: The Night Shift. In 2022, a hospital intern named Hana worked overnight shifts inside an old medical tower in Seoul. The building officially had only 12 floors, at least according to the directory. But every employee knew the rumor: never use elevator C after midnight, especially alone. Hana ignored the warnings completely. Until one stormy night, she entered elevator C at exactly 1:13 a.m. Chapter 2: The Extra Button. At first everything seemed normal. The elevator doors closed quietly. Floor numbers passed slowly overhead. 1, 2, 3. Then suddenly the lights flickered violently. The elevator stopped moving, and another button illuminated beneath floor 12. A button Hana had never seen before. Floor 13. Her blood froze instantly. Then the elevator speaker crackled softly. A distorted voice whispered, "Going up." Chapter 3: The Wrong Floor. The elevator doors opened slowly, but the hallway outside looked nothing like the hospital. The lights were dim red. Wallpaper peeled from the walls, and old wheelchairs sat abandoned beside dark corridors. The floor smelled rotten, like something had been decaying there for years. Then Hana noticed the room numbers. Every door displayed patient names scratched directly into the metal, including one horrifying detail. One room already displayed her name. Chapter 4: The Patients. Terrified, Hana attempted to close the elevator immediately. But before the doors shut, something moved inside the hallway. Patients. Thin pale figures slowly emerging from the darkness. Hospital gowns dragged across the floor, their faces hidden downward unnaturally. Then one patient lifted its head. Its mouth stretched into a twisted smile, and every hallway light shut off simultaneously. Chapter 5: The Nurse. The emergency elevator lights glowed faintly red. Hana desperately pressed the lobby button repeatedly. Nothing happened. Then someone entered the elevator beside her. A nurse wearing an old hospital uniform stained dark red. Her face partially burned, yet she smiled calmly at Hana. Then softly whispered, "You shouldn't have stopped here." The elevator suddenly began descending violently, far below the basement levels. The floor display changed slowly. B1, B2, B3 held. Chapter 6: The Basement Level. The elevator doors opened again. Dark water covered the floor outside. Rust covered the walls, and distant screams echoed through endless darkness. Shapes moved beneath the water slowly. Human shapes. The burned nurse stepped out first, then turned back toward Hana smiling. "They've been waiting." Suddenly pale hands emerged from the water grabbing the elevator doors. Dozens of them, trying to pull themselves inside. Chapter 7: The Final Security Footage. Hana disappeared during her shift that night. Hospital management claimed she simply resigned unexpectedly. But according to leaked security footage, at 1:13 a.m., elevator C stopped between floors for exactly 7 minutes. When the doors reopened, the elevator was completely empty, except for water covering the floor, and strange handprints covering the walls inside. The hospital permanently shut down elevator C days later. Yet some employees still claim the elevator occasionally moves by itself after midnight, stopping briefly at a floor that officially doesn't exist. Ending. Today many hospitals across Asia still avoid using the number 13 entirely. But according to urban legend, if you ever enter an elevator after midnight and notice a button for floor 13, never press it, because some floors were never meant for the living. Subscribe to ShadowLore for more dark mysteries and forgotten legends. And remember, every legend has a secret.